how it affects her, the way that she thinks, the way that he perceives the world, and how she sees people. And I like the way I did it, so I'm very happy about that. It was successful today. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hello. I'm going to the library today to do some more writing. I'm so happy that this week I've gotten back into drafting my sci-fi novel. A couple days ago, I actually was on Milanote and I was creating some boards. I made a board for like the research, like the drug research for the clinical trial. And I was just like, oh, maybe I need to, develop that a little bit more of their motives and how they reached the character. But then I realized I already did. Like I already figured out like how they reached the character I'm working on now, B, why she even found out about them, why she decided to join. And I just love when you think you haven't done something, but you already have. And so I was just having fun kind of making these little separate boards to organize the research company, their goals, the projects, and then trying to see what more I can flesh out about them that would help the plot. And it's just so fun. I just love organizing ideas into little things and creating these fake companies and these fake organizations, but it feels real. I don't know if any of you encounter this while creating, these worlds in the story and how deep sometimes you have to go into it. And I get so deep, I have to remember, wait, I'm not a business owner. I don't actually need to know all these details or, flesh this company out so much because this is just for the story. I only need the specific things for the story, but it just gets so fun. And then I have to, calm myself down. But I just have so much fun creating fictional worlds. And yeah, so I'm going to, maybe not today, but sometime I'm going to create a logo and everything for, it's more like the research company people. And they don't need a logo, but that's what I mean. It's just so fun to do that. I have somewhat of an idea of what I want their color scheme to be. Because the other company that I created, I gave them a whole logo and some quotes and everything. I even created their team, like the co-founders, this person, like the different directors of different like management areas of the company. And I just remember when I was done with that and seeing how that information is only relevant so far for one scene. And it's not even relevant to have all their names. That's what's so funny to me. Is like, this is just one scene, and then I created this entire thing. All these names, their backstories, and why they got into this management position and all that, just for one scene when they're having a meeting. And I just love little details like that because it makes the story feel so much more real. Even when you're reading books, it depends. Too much detail, if it deters from the story, obviously is not good. But I really enjoy authors who really put a lot of thought into the different things in their fictional worlds, whether it's detailing how a hospital works, detailing what the company is about, even especially in movies and TV shows, like visual media, because you can actually see it. I always just look at the little details, what do they have on their desk? Why did they choose that book for this person? Why did they choose that little statue thing for that person? Is this cricket? I don't know. Why did they choose this color scheme for this company? How long did it take for them to design all of these things? I think of that, and it's creativity, you're just creating, and I love to create. So even if I have to scrap it or I don't even end up using it, it's part of the enjoyment of writing. And that's what I was doing a couple of days ago. I wrote some I'm on chapter 18, and then I pivoted to do all of this, and I felt very accomplished. But today I'm hoping I just focus on writing and try to finish chapter 18. I think I'm basically done. I'm about to switch gears to these two other characters, so that's what I'm hoping to get done today. Okay, so that was a very successful hour or two of writing. I wrote almost 800 words. Really happy about that. The scene that I was working on, the character, we're seeing her in a different element, and really kind of understanding how, what she went through and how it affects her, the way that she thinks, the way that she perceives the world, and how she sees people. And I liked the way I did it, so I'm very happy about that. It was successful today, but I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna go home and eat and then see if I write again. But yeah, I like this chapter, and I think I'm gonna end it where it's at now and then move on to the next two characters, because they kind of went off to the side and had a little conversation. So the readers need to know what was going on there, and then that goes into some news that they're about to receive about one of the missing people and why that person is missing. And actually, I'm not gonna say why they're missing. They're just about to get a clue about something. So maybe I'll get into that when I get home. Hello everyone, it is a new day, a new afternoon, and I have a few errands to run. I really thought I only had two, three things to do, but I don't. I have a lot more. But I'm hoping to finish chapter 18 and either start chapter 19, or I'm going to work on the research company, writing out their structure, giving them a logo, who is the owner, who's the president, the director of this research company, how many people are a part of it, but I'm having fun. Writing should always be fun, okay? Writing is fun. So I finished the chapter. I finished chapter 18, and I forgot that I had to add a flashback, and so I wrote in a flashback and then I ended the chapter, but the flashback didn't go exactly as planned. It was better. I actually liked it. And I found a way to incorporate a character that I had decided to change, but then I was like, no, I really liked her character because it fits into B's character development and kind of her motivation for why she's going after the organization. She thinks something happened to her friend. And so I decided to incorporate that into the flashback, and I think that works really, really well. And so that was successful. I didn't do anything for the research company, but maybe when I get home.